Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at 3 specific sneak peeks of what to expect in the next 3 months. Can't wait to get into this reading. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun, but before I introduce each pile to you, I just want you to know, in case you're new here, welcome. You can pick your piles using your zodiac signs. You will find a timestamp for that if this is something that you prefer down in the description box. There's also the option of spirit picking your pile if this is something that you prefer or enjoy, and you will find the timestamp for that as well down in the description box. Otherwise, let me zoom you in so that I can introduce each pile to you. There you go. So for pile number 1, your crystal is the beautiful Carnelian. For pile number 2, your crystal is the beautiful Caribbean Calcite. And for pile number 3, your crystal is the beautiful yellow Aventurine. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, feel free to check them out. There's no such thing as too many or too little. It's really all up to how you feel when you look at the piles. If you're drawn to others, you'll find a message there as well. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And as mentioned, please note that in the next section of the introduction, you can pick your pile using your zodiac sign. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. All right, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, as you can see, after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. All right, let's just go one more time. There we go. And let's start drawing out the first 4 signs. I think I have 3, which means we need one more here. 4. And the last 4 signs. All right, so let's see what we have. For pile number 1, your signs are Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, as well as Gemini. For pile number 2, your signs are Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, as well as Aries. And for pile number 3, your signs are Sagittarius, Taurus, Aquarius, as well as Libra. So please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section of the introduction, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. Well, if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, what I like to do is assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess, pile number 2, and the Empress, pile number 3. And what I like to do is simply shuffle them around until one of the cards grabs my attention. And that usually happens through the mistakes. Like I would miss passing on a card to the other side, pulling a card from the other side. Sometimes the cards would bump into each other. Sometimes a card would fall, and who knows what else. And this is how I know it is your chosen pile. So let's ask, what are the 3 specific sneak peeks of what to expect in the next 3 months? My dear soul family, drums roll. There we go. And your chosen pile is pile number 3. All right, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. Once you're ready, you know the drill. You'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at 3 specific sneak peeks that you can expect in the next 3 months. I can't wait to do this reading. I have a plan for this and how we can do it. Ooh, looks like we got a first card. Very quickly, oh, by the way, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of the decks that I use throughout the reading, you'll find that I list them below in the description box for you guys. And very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Carnelian. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, as well as Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's pull out your tarot deck first. So the plan is, I want to do a Celtic cross for each one of these 3 specific things that you can expect next. And not a full Celtic cross, just the past and the future, what's on your mind, and all of the present, all of the things that can give us a clue on what it is. Alongside the oracle cards, I believe we can get into the specific. Let's try it out. So excited. Let's pull out your Celtic cross first. Move these out of the way. We need a better plan than that. So let's keep the oracle cards at the bottom for now. And I'm sure we'll get better as we go along. Right, so your Celtic cross. Looks like this is the present. Then we want to pull out cards for the rest. I think these will do. Yeah, I'll adjust this in a moment. We don't need this for now, right? And then we want to pull out the oracle cards. So we've got 1. I should have gotten a small deck, but I really wanted to use these. So we'll figure it out as we go along. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 from this deck. All right. Let me take the oracle decks out of the way and I'll be back. Okay. Let's check out your tarot cards first. We're taking now a look at your first specific sneak peek of what you can expect next. So in your past position, you've got the Knight of Wands. Looks like something exciting. Maybe you heard some exciting news. Maybe you started or embarked on a new exciting journey or anything like that. Knight of Wands. Something started working out for you that you were very excited about. It's almost like, yes, it's happening, because you can see someone being stuck there as opposed to the movement. So maybe this is regarding something that you've been waiting for. you've been stuck and finally you are free to go, to move, to get it. Something like that. What's your present moment regarding this situation? Oh, get away. So it looks like you, for some of you, you were entrapped with something, maybe even legal. Get away with crime. It could be something legal that was holding you back. Or maybe you've done something that you deem as wrong, that you felt was holding you back, anything like that. Or maybe your manager, there was a, I don't know, maybe I don't want to say a punishment because that's a big word, but like maybe you were paying for something that went wrong at work or in anything really. And recently you've been free. You got away from this situation or something recently, that because that's in your past position. In the present, you have the energies of the Four of Cups. You're waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting to catch something. There's something you're waiting for. And the Hermit. How interesting. The Hermit seems to be writing something. Yeah, both give me the impression together that you are in fact waiting for something. You're waiting right now. So you moved, but you're waiting. We'll see what that means in a moment. Maybe something started moving, but you didn't get the go yet. As in, like, maybe you got an email that you finally get to access something. That's the freedom, but then there's a time for that, and so you're waiting for that time. And anyways, on top of mind, you've got the card, the Empress. Okay, you're feeling great. You're like, the Empress in this position makes me feel like, you got it. That's why you're waiting. You're simply waiting because there's a time or something. You're like, you have it. It's a matter of waiting, something along these lines. And subconsciously, what do you feel? Oh gosh, the deck was the other way around. So you've got the Three of Swords. There's a lot of pain in this situation. But as you can see, with this particular, I don't even know if this is allowed on YouTube. I'm gonna place a crystal here, but I feel like you're hurting yourself with your thoughts at the moment. All right, so subconsciously, maybe you're hurting yourself. Maybe these are limiting beliefs that are coming out, haunting you, telling you, we do have it, but maybe something can hurt us. Like self-sabotage in terms of your thought process or something. And in your future, you've got the Ace of Cups. Wonderful. It is gonna actually begin. But be careful, because what I see here is that something wonderful is gonna start, but the way you feel about it could be toxic. And the way you feel about it does not mean you feel about it due to how it actually is, but looking at your whole reading, it does look to me like the way, although you're happy, there are emotions that are hurting you or are toxic due to some form of self-sabotage, which I can explore for you if you want. You're not talking to me, which I will explore to you at the end very quickly. All right, so the oracle cards, you get away with crime. You've got Mars in Aries with assertion. Looks like you were fighting something here. And it looks like to you this was scary, it was powerful, and you had to be careful, but you also had to be strong. You've got growing up. This card did come up recently in the last reading. So it says, as you grow old, you will become wise. If you were to stay young, there would be no real getting of wisdom. Alice does not wish to become old, but nor does she wish to stay unwise. So consider the benefits of becoming an elder. Reject the need to stay one age forever. for that will keep you from the growth your soul longs for. Are you thinking about, do you have thoughts of, this is too late? What's the point of getting it when I'm old? What's the point of having fun when I'm older? Or I'm going to get it, but I'm going to be, but it's not going to be the right time or the right age. There, it's kind of what I'm picking up. I could be wrong, of course. Maybe you're worried about time, not just necessarily growing up. Maybe this is about time. You are worried that it's going to take a long time. Maybe. In all cases, you've got happy event with partnership. And the key words are professional alliance, joint venture, association, cooperation, collaboration, shared project. Yeah, and I do see someone with you here. So maybe someone is coming along. Right. Let's get into the specifics. You're alone here, but there's a partnership. So, for some of you, this could for some of you, this could be a relationship, and there's concerns of growing old. Maybe something recently started between you and someone. Maybe they haven't called you yet, so you're waiting. So you feel really good with the Empress. You feel like they like you, you like them, that is so special. There's a lot of love. But with the Three of Swords, you're like getting these doubts, maybe. And you can see with the Ace of Cups that something is starting. And these doubts are around yourself. Did I grow up? Do I not look as good? Is it too late to have children? That's another thing with growing up in relationships. If I'm not missing anything, something like that. So that could be an option, and the reason I'm getting into specifics, because that's the point. So that's one specific thing I see. For some of you, maybe it's a joint venture. Recently, you've just started something with someone, like a business or an investment or anything like that. Perhaps you felt super stuck before. You felt like you were going to get into trouble, but you were saved when it came to this partnership. You feel like, oh, great, this partnership here saved me from something that I was trying to run away from, that I was afraid of. That's another thing. You're afraid that this partnership will reap its benefit when you're older, and you're thinking, am I going to live all of these years unhappy until it works out? Anything else I'm seeing here as specific? In all cases, whatever this partnership seems to be, it certainly allowed you to flee a specific situation that you were very afraid of. And right now, where you're at, you're happy because you feel like whatever happens, I got this with the Empress. I have it. This is something that I've always wanted. I have it now. But on the opposite end, you're also subconsciously worried, and you want to be mindful of that. And you can see with the Sun and Aries and assertion here, you're guided to really not fight it, but face it, and this gives you strength, because when you face these ideas head on, instead of ignoring them, you're able to hear these thoughts out. And if there are some actions that you want to take, you can take them. If these are just simply ideas that are not helping you, remember that two ideas can exist at the same time, and whichever you put the most focus on is the one that will survive. It's not about pushing it. It's giving attention to another strong idea, rendering the old one obsolete. And so this is part of your growing up process. But yeah, you're definitely growing these days as a person, whether you are worried about growing up or not. But at the end of the day, you're really going through a process where you're growing up and flourishing as a person these next few months. And Right now, what I do see for you, that you're waiting for Cups and the Hermit. You're waiting. You know something good is about to happen for you, and it is with the Ace of Cups. Something great is in fact going to happen. This particular Ace of Cups is letting you know it's wonderful for you. Just don't taint the wonderful news with your thoughts. So I can quickly help you with that. How are you guided to deal or face these thoughts, my dear pile number 1, with regards to this situation? Oh, the deck is the other way around. I keep forgetting. So the 9 of Cups. Know that this is a dream coming true. And so Spirit is showing you that you are, in fact, going to have this dream come true. So don't worry about it. Another thing you have is the 7 of Pentacles. Things take their time to form. And so don't stay anxious or don't stay sad or don't doubt yourself, whatever this situation is with the 3 of Swords. As it grows into its full form, allow it to grow to its full form in its time. And you've got the Hierophant. You're guided to learn. Every step of this direction that you're taking is meant to teach you something. And instead of being intimidated or afraid, dare to always take a peek at what the situation is trying to teach you, because at every stage it's going to be trying to teach you something and not attack you or not hurt you or not take something from you. It's genuinely here trying to make you learn, trying to allow you to grow, which is the most important energy of the next 3 months or maybe moving forward. So yeah, this thing that you're waiting for, this joint partnership towards something, shared project, collaboration between you and someone that has already started, which we've noticed from the very beginning, something has started after a long time of just not knowing what to do. Congratulations. It's going to actually begin. It's going to be wonderful for you. Take it as an opportunity to grow. Don't run from it. And I heard be reasonable. I don't know why, but it's there. So I heard be reasonable. Maybe do things slowly, right? It is the 7 of Pentacles after all here. Take things slow, take it easy, do what is necessary for your growth. And yeah, that's what I see as your first sneak peek. Let me clear the table and let's get into the second one. Okay, let's now take a look at your second specific sneak peek of what to expect in the next 3 months. Right, so present moment, past, future, top of mind, subconscious mind. And then we can pull out a card from here and another card. Third oracle card. And there we go. We've got the fourth one. So what do we have for the second sneak peek, my dear pile number 1? So in the past position, we've got the 5 of Wands. Looks like you were fighting for something. You were competing for something. You were struggling, trying to face something. We'll see. Yeah, I feel like you're struggling, trying to face something is what I'm feeling. I could be wrong. All of the things mentioned are true, right? It depends on what resonates with you, just what I feel. But in any case, present position. Great news in the present position, or some growth happening. And still in the 7 positions, we've got the 7 of Wands. So you're still fighting it, right? So you are facing something. You're struggling with something. It could also be a competition with the 5 of Wands, competing with something, trying to get somewhere. In any case, yeah, you're struggling, trying to face something. And that is still the situation with the Seven of Wands, but you've come a long way, right? With the Judgment card, you've come a long way. You've learned a lot. You've grown a lot, which is amazing to see. Okay, wonderful. Top of mind, you've got the Five of Cups. You're feeling sad. You're maybe because you know you're still not there, or because the situation is tough, right? Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. It feels tough. You're like, I'm tired. This gives me a lot of pain. I'm so tired of the situation. Or maybe what you're facing is painful. It makes you cry. It makes you feel terrible, especially the things that you've lost with the Five of Cups. So yeah, you're not feeling too good. Although you're growing and it's getting better, you still feel like you have a lot to face, and you feel like you're tired, you're sad, upset. But subconscious mind, you've got the Magician. You know deep inside that you can face this and get it over with. Your heart, your soul, it knows that you can get there. And that's the one thing that's really standing by you in this whole situation. Your soul does not take no for an answer. What does it say to the god of loss? Not today, not ever, with the Magician card. You know no loss. You are tired, you're crying, but your soul, your being is like, I'm getting this. I'm gonna overcome this. There's so much magic within you, which is lovely to see. In the future position, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Again, you are not in the near future, in the next 3 months, going to be exactly there, but you will continue with the Seven of Pentacles to see growth. There's continuous growth. You see growth now. That's not the end of it. In the next 3 months, you will definitely be seeing a lot of improvements, a lot of growth, and a lot of nice surprises that you're not seeing here and there. Many things will surprise you, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that was there. Ooh, that's nice. So a lot of surprises from the universe to make it feel better for you. But keep up the good work. You're doing a wonderful job. You're full of magic. Perhaps the oracle cards can give us more information on what this is. I'm sure you know, but I would love to know for you, or whatever other specifics that I'm meant to see for you here. So you've got government. Oh, okay. Government. Looks like the Apologies. Yeah, looks like the government is involved or something. Maybe you're in a governmental program. Anyways, let's see the rest of the cards. So you've got the moon in Virgo with order. Governmental order. Let's keep this out of the way. You've got such a curious dream. It is a time for the ordinary to be made blessed within our lives. This is so nice. After journeying through our own wonderland and knowing true enchantment, we can return forever changed, seeing the beauty in the everyday. Now it is time to ground, enjoy the very simple tasks that most people consider too mundane to have any magic at all within them, yet they do. So nice. Okay, I see why you're getting this. Such a curious dream. And you've got negotiations under the category of neutral event. And the keywords are defending your interests, convincing, strategy, pleading, deliberation, as well as compromise. So I see you are fighting something. Maybe you've got the government supporting you, or maybe in order to fight something, you are dealing with a rather big organization or entity that is that's specific to help you with the situation. Yeah, I do see you dealing with something more organized, orderly to help deal with this situation. For some of you, it's actually the government. For some of you, maybe it's your work. Maybe this is you going through some challenges with your business. At the end of the day, you're dealing with something big, is what I'm picking up with the government. There's some legalities involved. And you're growing out of this situation. I do see that you're fighting something. You're doing a fantastic job. It's not easy. I can see it. My heart's with you, my dear pile number 2. I know how it feels to go through something when we're tired or when we have so much to go through, and yet we still have to get up and face it. My heart's with you. But like I said, you're full of magic, and you will continuously see a lot of progress in the next few months, right? So I'm seeing something regarding get your papers in order, get the big entities in order involved. What I mean by that is that, let's say you're working with a hospital, for example. Let's say this is your health and you're working with a hospital. And so always check up with the hospital, make sure that you've got your ducks in a row, you cross your I's and dot your T's, you constantly call them to make your checkups. They're doing their job well. At the end of the day, they're going to be doing their job well with you and whatever this organization is. And you're guided to also be orderly, be organized, right? There's something about you don't just have to keep necessarily just doing the hard work. Sometimes you can make a lot of progress through negotiation. So as you're organizing your papers, organizing your plans when it comes to this situation, look at how you can negotiate some things. Sometimes you can say, hey, I'm not benefiting from this. Why do I have to pay for it? Or why does it have to be part of the package? Can I negotiate this? Sometimes you think you can't negotiate some things, and then you'd be surprised what sort of rights you can get that you didn't know about. So yeah, you're guided to talk with negotiation, to talk, to do your best to get the best deal in this situation. And finally, when it comes to this situation, the best way to go about it in the next few months with such a curious dream is to not always wait for the big things to be happy. And while the big news, or you getting yourself out of this fully, I'm sure would make you very happy, but until that happens, you're guided to enjoy your everyday life, the little things. You're guided to enjoy the little things and allow them to make you happy. Let's say you, for example, want to graduate from university, which could be the case, by the way. You could be a student and you're very tired. My heart's with you. But you don't have to wait for the final graduation or for the vacations to finally be free from all of that. You can enjoy the few moments, the little times, the little hour that you get here and there just to get a breather. You can celebrate these moments. Or you can celebrate studying for a subject that is less annoying than the other. There's the little snack you made yourself while you're studying. So you're guided in these few months not to hate what's going on, not to go through it suffering and going, I'm fighting this, I'm trying to make it happen, because you are full of magic. Oh my God, the willpower that you have, the magician in the subconscious mind, are you kidding me? the manifestation powers that you have, I can almost hear you going, so you have strong manifestation powers. I get your frustration of wanting to get there already, but you're being guided with regards to this particular situation in the next 3 months to enjoy the little wins, enjoy the little things. And yeah, allow it to just take time. You're growing, you're in the upward trajectory. So keep up the good work, my dear pile number 2. May I ask what this government card is? Because I would feel upset if I did not do a better job analyzing this for you. And we've got an extra card that I wasn't expecting here, so that could help us with the government card. And let's pull out, 2 tarot cards. What is the government? I'm sure you understand, a lot of you at least, what your cards are talking about, but government. So you've got the Knight of Swords. Okay. Saturn in Taurus with ostentation. Maybe something regarding money for some of you. Taurus, a second house, is also the body, so it could be money or body. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. That's what I heard as this girl taps into the shoulders of the man in the front. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. And you've got the Death card. Since I was singing knock, knock, knock on heaven's door, you know, what comes after death is heaven, right? At least for everyone, anyways, my point is, there's something about how your situation seems to be governed by something you feel is bigger than you. So that could be the government, it could be the corporation and the regulations that they have. It could be governed by the decisions your body is making, you know, anything like that. But Saturn in Taurus, it is showing that whatever is governing you now, something bigger than you feel like something in this situation is bigger than you, is governing this situation, is a little bit out of your hand, although you know you're a manifester, something is out bigger. At the end of the day, it does look to me like this is taking you straight to a place, Knight of Swords, straight somewhere. It could be difficult, but it's going to reward you a lot, and it's taking you straight to heaven. It's not ending a situation for you. It's not necessarily making it hard for you. It's really taking you to a place you would deem as heaven. My dear pile number 1. Yeah, so the situation might be difficult. My heart's with you. Believe me, as per the cards that I'm seeing for you, you're going somewhere great. You're going somewhere amazing. Until then, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the little things in your journey. Because the more you're attached to the end results, the more you'll be frustrated and sad. And get your self organized very well. Negotiate whenever you can. You don't always have to take the hard route. There are always things that could assist you. Make sure you use these sort of benefits, and enjoy the process. So my dear pile number 1, that is the second specific thing that I see up next in the next 3 months. Wow, really cool. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to clear the table and let's check out what the third specific thing is. All right, let's take a look at the third specific sneak peek of what to expect in the next 3 months. So present, past position, near future, within the next 3 months. What's on top of mind? What's inside you subconsciously? And let's take a look at your oracle cards very quickly. Let's go one more time. There we go. Thank you. And then a card from here. I feel like it's this one. And then a card. Ooh, I think this one moved. So let's take that. And this did the same thing. So I think it's this one. All right. So this one is moving. So I'm going to take it. Let's take a look at your past position. So you've got the Four of Wands. So maybe you just got married recently. Maybe you just a celebration. You just celebrated something, you and your partner. Maybe you seem tired to me here. It's almost like a celebration of overcoming something difficult, in my opinion, looking at the card. But too early to assess. Let's keep that here. Recently, you've just celebrated something. In the present position, what do you have? I feel you wishing for something. Nine of Swords. You're really wishing for something that's scaring you or stressing you out with the Nine of Swords. The Devil. Yeah. You're going through something here. It's discussing how maybe you're going through something you deem as toxic. Maybe you're going through lies. You're going through maybe some form of manipulation, and you're really praying to come out of this difficulty. Okay. I need to think, because in your second sneak peek, there was something similar. I feel like you were going through some challenges. But here it looks like it's something scaring you. And the interesting part here is that you've recently, with the Four of Wands, just celebrated something, although you were tired. We'll find out more. Maybe you've leveled up, right? You've leveled up, but doesn't necessarily mean you're totally out of the situation. What are you afraid of here? Wow. Saturn in Sagittarius with fulfillment. You know, this is I keep telling you guys, talisman is the word I'm looking for. Talisman for winning the lottery. So maybe you're making a risk right now. Oh, so now we understand. I think the Devil here seems to be what you're afraid of that could entrap you, given that you've just taken a risk, it seems. You've made a bid, you've taken a risk recently, and you're like, please work for me, because if it doesn't, I'm going to get trapped. Something like that. On top of mind, Four of Pentacles. On top of mind, you're like feeling there are some resources that I have that'll keep me safe. Yeah, I think you're trying to comfort yourself. You're like, in all cases, maybe you have thoughts like, I have these saved up in case anything happens. I can always rely on these or help them to pay off these things or anything like that. It doesn't have to be money, of course. But there are some things that are making you feel secure in this situation. Maybe it is someone that you can talk to when it comes to this risk. You're like, if anything happens, I'm just going to pick up the phone and I can call this person. Or I can pull from my savings. Or I can get a second job. There's something here with regards to this whole situation that is actually making you feel pretty safe when it comes to this situation. But overall, you're just scared. And subconsciously, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's funny how it's the other way around. Like, I would have thought it would be like this. You're like looking for this opportunity, but deep inside, you're afraid. Okay, so on top of mind, like we said, you are secure with some things, but subconsciously, you really want something here with the Ace of Wands. Again, we get this energy. There's something so magical about you. It's so beautiful that I keep seeing in your cards how you are always looking forward to something. You're very, what's the word called? You're someone with a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, ambitious. You're very ambitious. And you got your eye on something here. You're like, if I can just get it, that would be awesome. So you got your eye on a specific opportunity. Are you scared that you got yourself into it? Perhaps it seems like it's outside of your comfort zone, and yet you've pulled the trigger just recently. And in the near future, you've got the Five of Swords. And I see like two heads and one body, which gives me an idea that in the near future, in the next 3 months, when it comes to this particular situation that you're in, part of you, again, you're split. Part of you feels like, I got this. And the other part of you is like, with the swords, is really thinking about this. So I'm not gonna lie to you, right? In the near future, it doesn't look to me like it's something that's gonna be resolved soon. But I do see a situation where there are opposites. You're still in that energy a few months later of things working out for you and things feeling like it may be scary. Yeah. You're still fighting it with the Five of Swords. You're still going through it. Okay, maybe we can look at the specifics with the Oracle cards. So, wow, wonderful. You've got Jupiter and Aries with Enterprise. I feel like you're going to get a hit of great luck when it comes to this particular situation. You've got, who in the world are you? This is your invitation to live beyond society's roles and assumptions. Allow your true self to emerge and arise from beneath the stultifying feedback of the world, so you can truly live as yourself. This is a wonderful opportunity to live from the heart of yourself once more, to question all you think you are, and to find out who you are right now. So nice. Perhaps this is actually encouraging you to do what you're doing. It doesn't matter if others are telling you, are you crazy? What are you doing? Have you gone mad? This is like a huge risk. You should not put yourself into risk like that. I don't know. But it does tell you to live up to your own expectations. Do what you believe in. Be yourself. Because it looks like you're going to be very lucky indeed. You have a feeling that you're going to be lucky, and it does look like you are indeed going to be very lucky in the situation. In fact, it looks like it's fated for you to work for you. And although in the near future, in the next 2-3 months, this particular situation may not be easy at all with the Five of Swords, but eventually this is meant to work out for you. And I'm so curious, what is it? Month. So you've got the card temporality, the Enneagram month, and the keywords are long duration, far in time, season, later, long term, afterwards. Again, like I told you, it does look like it's going to be hard, temporary, but in the long term, this is going to be one of the best things you've done. Great job. And didn't I tell you, you got bullies here? It seems like you've got people here that are bullying you. And maybe they don't mean it, by the way. Maybe they're so afraid for you, looking at you taking a risk to them that they would never think they would take. And they're like, don't do that. Maybe they're so worried about you that they're like pushing you out of it, talking you out of it. And again, your reading is saying, stick to your guns. Do what you believe is right. Or maybe these are bullies. Maybe you've got people that are jealous. They see great potential in you and they're thinking, oh my God, if pile number 1 makes it there, they're going to be big. And so they're bullying you. You're not going to make it. You're going to fail. What are you doing? And again, the reading is saying, follow your own path. This is your path. Of course, be wise. You know, you feel something in your being. It feels like you can get this. And your soul is taking you there. So be patient. Not going to be easy in the short run. And when I say not going to be easy, it doesn't necessarily mean like it's going to be catastrophic or that it's going to be bad. It may not be comfortable, or it may have some challenges that you have to face and go through, right? With the Five of Swords. And who knows, maybe after you go through all of this, you're going to look back and go, these weren't so bad after all. So I want to get more specifics for you. What is this risk that you're taking? So we know that it's a risk. And what does leveling up here have to do with this risk? I'm confused. What does the leveling up have to do with the risk we're looking at for pile number 1, please? What is that? Empathy. Moon and Pisces with empathy. Oh, okay. The Lover's card. Yeah. 7 of Cups. Okay, so this past position is only there to encourage you, to make you see yourself for who you are, because you're not seeing yourself well. It's to show you that you're loved and that you're heard very well. So it's showing you with the past position with the 4 of Wands, it's reminding you, in fact, very nice placement, that there are many things in the near past that have worked for you. And so the reading here is there to remind you not to be afraid to take risks, because you've taken risks before and you've made it through. That's what the card is trying to say here. I'm so glad I asked. And so similarly, just as you've gone through things before that you've wanted and that you believed in, that you actually achieved, that you actually gotten, whether soon or far, similarly, that is going to be the energy in this particular situation that you're in. I do see that you've taken a massive risk here. That's very specific. You know you have some things to secure you in this risk. You know you can get this. Something in your being is saying, I can get this. And the cards are confirming. They're saying, yes, it is fated for you to get this. Follow your path. Endure it temporary. Don't listen to the bullies. And you're heard. Don't worry. You're heard. You're heard and you're loved. Believe in yourself. And yeah, my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, it was great spending this time with you, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at 3 sneak peeks of what to expect in the next 3 months. Very excited about your reading. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. As always, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. And the plan is, oh, thanks. I think I'm gonna use one of these for this part of the reading. But anyways, the plan is I'm going to do like a Celtic cross, not a full one, but you know, the main one, to see the past, present, and future of this situation, get a scoop on how you think about it, what your deep thoughts are about it as well. Oh, we've got one here. And yeah, this way I can, as much as possible, pick up on the specifics of whatever it is we're taking a sneak peek into. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan. And very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Caribbean calcite. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, as well as Aries. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so now that we have your tarot cards on the table, let me pull out one oracle card for each part of this section. We can pick one from here. Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Right. And then we want one more oracle card from here. We already did shuffle, so I can just take it from the top. And oh, we already have one. And let's begin. What do we see? In your past position, for the first specific sneak peek of what to expect in the next 3 months. You've got the card. Again, I shuffled it the other way around. In the past position, you've got the death card. And you see, you've got solve e coagula, which is a Roman sentence for something must dissolve in order to take on a new form, right? It's part of the process of alchemization. So you've gone through, it seems, some form of massive transformation recently when it comes to something. And we'll see what this is. But in the present position, you've got 2 cards. And they are, whoa, the Tower card. Are you kidding me? And the 7 of Swords. Okay, it's like you're in the Bardo. You've gone through a massive transformation recently. It seems like you're going through it with the Tower card. You're seeing things shatter right in front of your eyes. You're seeing things at the moment as you're watching this reading break, change, and you're like, what's going on? What's going on? Some things may be good, surprised you that were good. Some other things may not have felt so good. But at the end of the day, you can see here that you are quickly moving into the light. And I say quickly because it's the 7 of Swords. It's like a shortcut. The 7 of Swords is a card of escape and shortcut. The very things that you're going through right now are just things that are allowing you to take the shortest path to a massive transformation. It looks like this is the light. This is where your soul wants to go. This is where you would want to go. If you knew where you were going, you would be so excited. It's just the fastest track to get there is what I'm seeing in your cards. Yeah, so recently you've gone through transformations, a massive transformation right now. You're still going through that. Maybe not the main one that happened recently, but you are still going through that transformation. You don't know what's going on. You're like, when am I going to get out of this? What's happening is kind of what I'm picking up now. So what are your thoughts about it? Wow, you're quite psychic. I see with the yin and yang. It's almost like you feel like there's something divine happening with the 2 of Cups. You understand. Well, lovely. It's good to see that. Like I'm here all advising you, but you've got that wisdom. I mean, you already understand that for yourself, despite the fact that you are in the darkness. Well done. Well done. Yeah, you're thinking something is alchemizing here. Something is happening for me. You also do see the duality in this situation. You're like, you know what? Some great things have been happening. When it's dark, it's terrible. But yeah, you're fully aware of both aspects. You're fully aware that this is working for you, 2 of Cups, and not against you. Great job. Okay, so subconsciously, what are you thinking? 8 of Swords. Subconsciously, you feel stuck. It's not an easy process at the end of the day. Yes, you are. It seems to me now, looking at all of your cards, you're wise and you're speaking yourself out of feeling stuck. So subconsciously, you feel that stuck energy. You feel like you're in that tunnel, stuck, but you're like reassuring yourself. It's all good. It's happening for me, not against me. There are wonderful things that have happened. You're aware. You're fully aware that this is for your greater good, and you're talking yourself out of feeling bad within the situation. Yet, really, in your core being, you're feeling stuck at the moment. Right. Let's take a look at the sneak peek. What can you expect in the near future with regards to this situation? The Hanged Man. So in the near future, in the next 3 months, you're still stuck, by the way. It's the Hanged Man. I'm not going to lie to you. But you are progressing. I feel like in the near future, you're quite impressed at how you're balancing the situation, the duality in the situation. You are going to be so impressed at your skills to be able to move by in this small tunnel, small thread. Yet you're doing so well and keeping yourself up and taking necessary steps, balancing yourself, moving forward. So yeah, in the near future, you're still not out of this situation. That's the sneak peek here. You're still not fully out of the situation, but you're gaining a lot of balance. You're really learning how to work with the yin and the yang energy of this particular situation. And you're even proud of yourself in knowing how to balance it without falling. Great job. So let's get into the specifics again. We see wizard. We see right and injustice. Okay, wonderful. You're like, you got this. I get the feeling like I got this. You have the card Moon and Aries with protection. It's almost like the universe saying, that's my child. Do not touch my child. I feel like you're greatly protected. Nothing terrible in any way, shape, or form is going to happen to you in this particular situation. You've got the card ambition. Okay, so you have an ambition when it comes to this. You're full of ambition. You feel like you can get somewhere. And that's what's keeping you standing up strong in the next 3 months. And the keywords here are huge working capacity, will to succeed, competitive, great marketeer, loves challenges, entrepreneurial skills. So maybe this is your business, maybe this is your health. I don't know what this is, but you're very ambitious. You're like, I'm going to get there. No matter how difficult it is and how much little I have to work with, I'm still going to be moving forward every day, and I'm going to be very careful as I get there. I'm going to make this right. And this is giving you, with the wizard, a lot of magic in the next 3 months. You'll see and experience a lot of magic. You'll also experience a lot of protection as you go through this. And finally, here you've got belong to your own dream. So don't they kind of look the same, right? It's like, oh, I want to get there. You are going to get there. This card says, a cultural dream, the collective dream or the dream of our rulers may not be your personal dream. You won't believe me. One of the things that popped up in pile number 3, it wasn't this card, but I don't know where I read it. It was something along these lines. Follow your own dream. It doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. So this card asks you to set aside time to make sure that your own longings and desires govern your choices. So yeah, make sure that whatever you are following in the next 3 months are things that you want to do, are fights that you want to take on. Don't try to follow anyone's advice that does not resonate with you just because you're afraid, or maybe you're worried about what they think, or maybe you trust them more than you trust yourself, or anything like that. Make sure that you're doing what is right for you. The cards are showing you. Know that you're protected. Know that you will be experiencing a lot of magic. Are you going to be out of it in the next 3 months? The sneak peek says no, but you're definitely going through a powerful transformation that will lead to a lot of magic. It will lead to something amazing. You will reverse something here, powerful, and you will be protected throughout. And yeah, my dear pile number 1, this is the first sneak peek that I see for you in the next 3 months. I wish you all the best of luck with this situation. I do see that you're going through something rough. My heart's with you, but I also know that I don't need to worry about you, because you're doing a great job here in fighting it through. And boy, are you gonna reverse this whole thing. Okay, so let me clear the table and let's begin taking a look at your second sneak peek. All right, let's take a look at the second specific sneak peek of what to expect in the next 3 months. Let's get straight into it. Past, present, future, what's on top of mind, subconscious mind. And let's pull out an oracle card as always. We've got 2 from this deck, 1 from this deck. 2 again. Guess I don't choose. And 1 from this deck. And then 1 from the last oracle deck. We've got 2 again. My God, are you kidding me? All of these oracle cards. 2, 1, 2, and 2. These are a lot. All right, trusting the process, let's take a look at your tarot cards themselves. And let's take a look at your past position. So, in the past position, it looks like you were surprised with something here. Page of Cups. Recently, you just heard of a surprise. Somebody surprised you. Someone did something nice to you. You were surprised. It's an emotional aspect with the Page of Cups. Like maybe your child surprised you with a nice note. Your spouse made a nice surprise for you. Your parents made a surprise for you. I don't know. But someone here prepared a sweet surprise. And it doesn't have to be someone, we'll see. It's just what I'm picking up from the card. Some sweet surprise happened to you quite recently. In the present position, you've got, the Four of Pentacles. You don't have access to something. It's almost like with the Four of Pentacles, you own it, but you don't have access to it. Something like that. Yeah, and you've got the Judgment card. And it's meant to be this way at the moment. You have something, but you don't have access to it. And I don't know how these are connected yet, but we'll be exploring all of this together. It almost feels like when it is meant to be announced to start or fated to start, it shall start. When it is meant for you to have access to it, you're going to have access to it. Makes me think, I'm not sure. On top of mind, what you have on top of mind, and that could help us out with the thoughts. Oh, you're like, someone's trying to take something from you with the Queen of Swords. It's like, no, this is mine. No, this is mine. 2 Queen of Swords reminds me of rights. This is my right. No, that's my right. And perhaps it is the quarrel or negotiation over rights that is the very thing that is not giving you access to the thing you believe with the Four of Swords is yours. Very interesting situation. Okay. Okay. Subconsciously, you've got the Two of Cups. You come across as very wise. I always tell you this. You come across this pile, comes across as very wise. You've got the Two of Cups. So subconsciously, it's almost like I'll get it when I get it. Something within your soul is calm. There's a calm. It's kind of like it will happen when it's meant to happen. You already have that understanding subconsciously. It's mine. I will get it when I'm supposed to get it. You're not, you're fighting for your rights, obviously, but you're also calm. You're not agitated. You're not grappling with it. Yes, you're setting boundaries. You're taking back what is yours. But I really feel like you're very calm. You know it's going to manifest for you. You know it's yours. And you know it's a matter of time. Something super sweet happened with regards, or something that you liked, a nice surprise happened recently with regards to this situation. And what do we see as your sneak peek in the next 3 months when it comes to this particular situation? Strength. You're going to be in a very powerful position. Maybe you're thinking about how to set the boundaries, how to get your rights back. But in the next 3 months, you're going to be the one in power. You're going to have what you're meant to have. You're going to be sitting in the powerful position. And just as you're feeling subconsciously, you're going to have what is yours. And so it shall be. Okay, wonderful to see that. Let's take a look at all of the cards that we see here. So you've got the card Becoming Braver. And it looks like it's not a matter of having or not having, which is going to be yours. It's a matter of the universe allowing you to find the strength within, to become braver, to become stronger. And so the universe is not taking something from you, and I can see that you can see that very well. Very wise pile, but you're like still standing up for yourself very well, and it's a matter of becoming stronger. And so it says, recently, you have felt overwhelmed and uncertain whether you can cope with much more. Being challenged in such radical ways has pushed you right to the very edge. Yet you have come to know yourself far more deeply than if you had not had these great and sometimes rather terrible adventures. You are strong, brave, and resilient. And you will be able to set an amazing example when life returns to something closer to what most people call normal. So everything's going to go back to normal. You're going to go back to normal in a powerful position when you've discovered your own power. So this situation is going to give you a lot of confidence in what your capabilities are when anything of the sort should arise. And when it does, you're not going to be afraid. There's a new found confidence in you of feeling like you're able to deal with it. When it shall happen, if it ever happens, you're like, I got this. It happened before. I know what to do. I know how to deal with this. I'm not afraid. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards. So you've got Saturn and Virgo with isolation. And I want to use this card, to be honest with you, to explore what this surprise is. So what was this surprise recently when it comes to this particular sneak peek? Saturn in Scorpio with inheritance. It looks like, inheritance is getting something the easy way. Of course, it's not easy when we go through the loss of a loved one. I'm not looking at it from this aspect, of course. I'm talking about the material aspects themselves. When we inherit something, it was always someone else who has worked hard to create it, to acquire it, and they leave all of the love that they've created to their loved ones. And so from this angle, I'm seeing something along the lines of maybe in the past, whatever it is that you're fighting towards right now is something that you relatively got easy, something that was passed down to you, something that was given to you easily. Even if you worked hard for it, maybe the opportunity came to you easily, Maybe the opportunity was given to you easily. Yeah, okay. So let's continue there with the specifics. You've got Saturn and Virgo with isolation. You've got big city. Isolated in a big city. Yikes, that must feel so lonely. And interview. Okay. All right, you've got employment security under the category of professional trap, and the keywords are preservation of assets, exaggerated mistrust, pessimism, distrust of authority, favoring the group, excessive obedience. And you've got the Enneagram, jealousy, excessive comparison, dissatisfaction, envy, rivalry, victimization, as well as feeling of lack. Oh my God. So getting into the specifics. Isolation. It seems to me like you are currently going through something that feels rough. You feel like it's a big situation with big city, and maybe you're just a small person in this big thing. In all cases, I feel like you're feeling like it's a big situation, and you might be feeling alone in it. You might have gotten it easy to start with, the opportunity maybe, but you feel like it's a big situation and you're almost so lost in it. You're alone. And you feel like there's a trap. You feel like you can't trust anyone in this situation. You've got others who may be jealous or want something that you have. Excessive obedience also stands out to me. Maybe you feel like you have to obey, but you don't come across to me as someone who's obeying. So why is excessive obedience? Maybe you used to obey the rules too much, and now you're like, no, I gotta fight for my rights. Maybe this is what made this jealous person feel like they can cross their boundaries. In all cases, these are just guesses. I am seeing that this is a rather scary situation or isolating situation, because you feel like it's so big and you're just one part of it, where you have to be a small part of it, where you have to be, or a small part of something big, where you have to be careful. I feel like you have to preserve something, preserve assets, preserve something valuable to you. You don't trust anyone, and you're looking out for yourself, and you've got a lot of people who don't care about anyone except themselves, who are jealous potentially. And what is interview doing? Your life is very mysterious to me. What is... Oh, we've got a card that fell. I'm gonna take it. I was trying to pull out your tarot cards and we got one card here. So what is interview showing us? Mercury in Libra with influence. You know, Adam and Eve is a pretty popular story. Who doesn't know the story of Adam and Eve? Also, they represent the first humans. So maybe you're the first of a kind to do something in a certain way. You have others asking you, whoa, how did you go through this? How did you do this? Maybe. Okay. And you've got the Emperor. 5 of Pentacles. And the Hanged Man. Interview. Maybe for some of you this is love, because we've got Adam and Eve and we've got Cupid's bow. For some of you, we've got the flowers. Maybe for some of you this resonates with you as a love story, and you have a lot of people asking you about it. How did you get through this? Good job. How did you do this? How did you do that? So it looks like, yeah, I forgot. You are succeeding and you're gaining power. So obviously in the next few months, you'll have a lot of people asking you, wow, how did you do that? You did a great job. Yeah, because you can see the Emperor is power. You're sitting in your power. You've got something solid. Again, we see the 4 of Pentacles. You're sitting on this solid thing that is yours. You've waited for the right time. You had to be careful. You always get this card. You had to be careful. You had to be patient. You always get these 2 cards. You had to be careful. You had to be patient, but you persevered as always. And you nipped it in the bud. What you were lacking, you got. And so to me, this is simply saying with the 7th house that you're getting a lot of questions, maybe not from the outside world, but from the people who are closest to you. You know, your parents, your friends, your children, your colleagues. You're getting a lot of questions. Hey, this was so impressive. How did you do that? You know, you're the first one I've ever heard of that did that. You're so brave. You stood in your power. Wow. You know, anyone else would have just let it go. I'm so impressed about how, although you were so isolated in this situation, you still stood there brave. Good job. Let us know what you did. So you were left alone, but then you got a lot of people so impressed, asking you all these questions. How did you do it when you were alone? How did you get that much power in this situation? Wow. So yeah, there's a lot of things happening with regards to this particular situation. So don't fret, which you aren't. Very soon you're gonna get your power in the situation and find your inner power as well. Yeah, that's what I see when it comes to the next 3 months. That's the second sneak peek of what to expect next. All the best of luck in this situation. Something is yours and it shall be yours in the right time, and it will, and you are gonna get it. So yeah, that's the second thing that I see. Let me clear the table and let's take a look at your third sneak peek. All right, let's take a look at your third specific sneak peek of what to expect in the next 3 months. And past, present, future, on top of mind, subconscious mind. And then, as always, we'll pick one oracle card from each deck. There we go. One card from this deck, please. Thank you. One card from this deck. There we go. And last but not least, one card. There we go. We've got 2 cards from this deck. Okay. Right. Let's now check your past position with regards to this sneak peek. You've got the King of Cups, which means something favorable happened. Although, if you ask me, this particular King of Cups is pointing towards the lower point of the chart. Or it is the lower point of the chart in any way you look at it. So maybe you've hit a low point, but it was amazing. Sometimes it's not the upwards that's favorable. Sometimes it's the drop that's favorable. Like, for example, if there's an inflammation, a drop would be great. A drop in inflammation, for example. So it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing necessarily. I'm just seeing that something lowered recently and you were feeling very happy about it, very pleased with it. Okay? So that is the position of the past. Present. Whoa, amazing. King of Pentacles. You come across as someone who's doing well financially, in general, or in some aspect, or in general. 7 of Pentacles. So it looks to me like currently you're growing in your work, you're growing in your career, you're making money, you seem prudent, you come across as prudent, you're doing well financially. It doesn't mean that you're living a luxurious life, although you could be, but it just means that you are saving well, you're taking very good care of your finances, you're doing well in life. It's a big safe. So you've saved up, at the very least, you've saved up a lot, and you're doing well in your career. You're growing. It's also 7 of Pentacles could mean that this growth in money could have happened over time. It started as a small saving, and then it grew bigger and better and bigger over time to a point where it's become comfortable. So I love this for you. Yeah. I mean, you can't miss that. And you've got 2 kings, a King of Cups in the past position, King of Pentacles in the present position. You're feeling very good about this. Could this be talking about your career, your finances, maybe? I don't know. And what would this drop mean in that case? Can I check? What's the drop that we are seeing in the past position? Excitement. Mercury in Gemini with excitement. You've just heard some news. It was exciting. I don't know, to be honest with you. It seems to be talking about some news that made you very happy. And the news seems to be a drop in something. I think it's going to be different from one person to the other listening. Some of you, it's a drop in an aspect of bad health, like now it's good health. Some of you, if this is finances and your work, then maybe it's a drop in the amount of responsibilities that you were carrying. Maybe this is representing a vacation if this is work and your job. Yeah. Anyways, but for right now, you're doing good. You're stable. You're growing and you're stable. On top of mind, you've got the Knight of Cups. It looks like you are in agreement with someone or something. You've got a good deal going on for you. You're moving in the right direction with the Knight of Cups, in a favorable direction with the Knight of Cups. It's all good. Okay. So that's something amazing that's going on in your life that the cards are referring to in this at the moment. You're very happy. Okay, subconscious mind. You're very, very, very happy. That's being elated, the 10 of Cups. So yeah, you feel safe with the home here. You feel content, more than content, very happy in life. That's nice. You're doing very good. Perhaps that's one thing that is making you go through all of the other things that we've taken a look at in a stable way. But yeah, you're doing good. You've got a good deal going. You've got something good going on for you. You feel like you're on the right path that you enjoy. And in the near future, the next 3 months, what is your sneak peek with regards to the situation? A new opportunity unfolds. 3 of Cups. You're celebrating your capability of opening a new opportunity. That is awesome. I just heard in my mind's ear, opening up a new branch. So maybe some of you, this is a store. It was specific for someone here listening. Opening up a new branch is something I heard. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards. So you've got the card Impossible Things. I love this card. What if you were to practice believing in the impossible? What could you achieve? Financial breakthroughs, relationship bliss, physical healing. This card urges you to devote yourself to something that seems out of reach. Dedication steadily brings the impossible closer. So this card is inviting you to believe in the impossible because towards the end of this period, and the sneak peek here is, what you thought was impossible is opening up its doors to you. Just stay consistent is what the reading is saying. You've got Mercury in Taurus with resistance, and you can see that towards the beginning it wasn't budging, it wasn't moving, and then all of a sudden it just moves freely. Perhaps this is signifying the 7 of Pentacles we're looking at right now. You're working hard towards something, and money doesn't have to be money. Money is a resource. So you're working hard to get a particular resource or something valuable to you, like your health or your children, anything that you deem as valuable to you. It seems like you've worked hard to get to the point where you are today, and moving forward, it's going to be easier. It's just going to flow easy. You're not going to have to work as hard as before, but still you're guided to keep consistent and to believe in the impossible. You've got bedroom. Okay, so that's like a very intimate place in our home, a very safe, intimate place in our home where we rest, right? And you've got the Enneagram scattering. So the keywords are multiple projects, disorganization, lightness, inconsistency, influx of ideas, and unfinished projects. So how do we put these together? Okay, so in order for the impossible things to happen, the reading is guiding you not to step outside of your comfort zone, but rather to, that is in a way stepping outside of the comfort zone. Oh, right. I was following a certain trail of thought, and I was correct. It's not asking you to step outside of your comfort zone. It is the opposite, is asking you to do the opposite. It's asking you to take care of the intimate things in your life. Sometimes we think that what we want is outside of us, and we work hard and we're like, I'm going to take that scary step. And while that could be really needed in a lot of the cases, if not most of the cases, sometimes it's not about taking the bold step, but rather organizing our internal world. And the bedroom, it's very intimate. Perhaps it's saying something along the lines of, sometimes you'd be surprised how the things that we deem as not important as at the moment could be the very thing that leads to the awesome things to come. Like, for example, if we take the bedroom, you know how the army would say, clean up your bedroom first before you achieve your goals? There is truth to this. There is wisdom to this. And when you've got your inner world organized, your intimate world organized, it just helps everything works perfectly on the outside. Even when it comes to feng shui, it's the same concept. So there's something about, this is not the time for the, when you are looking at the impossible and how it's meant to happen. It's not about, should I hustle some more? Should I open a new investment opportunity? Should I eat more healthy food? Should I fast more? Whatever this is, it's more about organizing what you already have going on. For instance, this could be talking about how, if this is your work, you've got some files that you want to organize, which will help to make so many things possible that you could not believe as possible, and you will not see until you organize your papers. You know, there was one time in the office where we had a lot of projects, and usually I would put everything in place, always. But there came a time where it was impossible. We barely slept. We just had to work all day to finish up the projects that we had. And then when it was all done and I was drained, I thought to myself, okay, now we're starting a new slate. I'm not going to continue working in this way. I now have to like organize everything before I start working on the new project. So I spent a whole day in the office not doing anything and looking at the papers, deciding what to throw, what to organize. And then the more I was collecting everything and I looked at what I had, I was like, oh my God, this piece of paper is so important. You know, I can't believe I found this. This can help me in my next project. And so I would put it to the side. And then I would organize and I would look at the ideas that I jotted down before when I was organizing my mind. And I looked at this and I was like, oh my God, I was looking for ideas. I can't believe I already did this homework. So I would put the paper to the side. And so on. After I've organized everything, after a month or two, or maybe even 3, of projects that were impossible to finish, and everything was cleared again, everything's in place, I really felt in control. And a lot of the new projects that I wanted to work on, I already had a lot of resources to help me with them. So from that place, perhaps, and we're looking at a new opportunity for you. So it's not like my story where you organize and it's going to help you in the new projects. For you, if you organize your intimate world, your cards are showing, you will open up something that was absolutely impossible, that you didn't think was possible. Maybe organizing maybe you've made a lot of money, you've saved it, but now it's time to organize your inner world, as in what you buy. So you're doing a great job maybe saving, but maybe you need to reconsider your priorities. And when it comes to what you buy, I'm doing like organizing your financial world. I'm going to budget for this, I'm going to budget for that, and then this is what I'm going to spend, and so on. Maybe instead of saving up just a little bit every month, you're like, right, maybe I want to save all of it or invest all of it, and do the opposite, budget out of this money what I need. I don't know, but there's something about here for you, my dear pile number 2, how if you, in the next 3 months, organized with scattering here, organized, the intimate parts of your life. That could be cleaning up your home. That could be organizing your personal finances. That could be eating healthier, organizing your own world. You're opening up the door to impossible things this quarter, in the next 3 months. One that was so tightly closed that will open its doors freely to you. And yeah, so sneak peek, something has been going right for you. You're doing great. You're very happy about it. And it's going to blow up into something else in the next 3 months. If you follow the guidance of clean up your internal world, see what's scattering and bring it into order. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see as your 3 specific sneak peeks on what you can expect next. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at 3 specific sneak peeks of what to expect in the next 3 months. And these are the decks that I'll be using in your reading today. As always, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them at any point, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. Let me put this right here. This way we've got space. And the way I'm going to go about this reading is doing a whole reading for each sneak peek. It's not going to be a long one, but it's going to be a reading all on its own. And then I'm going to do a Celtic cross, like not the full thing, the main one, along with oracle cards so that we get to the specifics. So that's the plan. And these are the decks that I'll be using. And by the way, let me very quickly introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful yellow Aventurine. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Sagittarius, Aquarius, Taurus, as well as Libra. Welcome to reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I'm going to place these here. Let's pull out the cards past, present, and what's affecting the present, what's on top of your mind, what do you feel or think unconsciously, and the future position. Wonderful. Let's get straight into the first one. So in this particular sneak peek, your past position is, wow, you've got the Hierophant. Maybe you're grateful to a parent, grateful to someone in power who has helped you out. Maybe it's the other way around. You've helped someone who's very grateful to you. Maybe you're very wise and recently someone has thanked you for the wisdom that you've given them. We'll see. These are just the ideas as I look at this card. Present position, when it comes to this sneak peek, is the Judgment card. And you see some nice things, although it's the winter. Winter is nice, don't get me wrong. But I mean, we don't usually see the sun in winter. These are flowers that grow in the winter despite the harsh weather. So we're seeing things that we don't usually see in a time of hardship or in a cold time, let's call it, being present, being there. So I'm getting the feeling that you feel blessed with a particular situation in your life. It's not perfect, but you've learned to love it as it is. And you are feeling blessed and you are experiencing a lot of blessings. Maybe this is you giving thanks to the Lord even. You feeling like there's a higher power helping you and you feel blessed with everything that's happening. Look at you. Oh, exactly. You're fulfilled. King of Cups. You feel fulfilled. You feel that your cup is full, although it doesn't necessarily, we're not seeing that the situation is necessarily perfect. It is the winter, it is night, but despite everything, you're getting beautiful sunlight, you're getting the flowers, you're feeling great, you're warm during the winter, you're feeling great. So we're taking a look at a situation in your life where you feel very grateful, you feel thankful to the Lord, to the universe, to your guides, whatever you believe in. Very thankful. You're like, I can acknowledge the wonderful things that are happening in my life. It's not perfect, but my cup is full and I'm very happy about it. Okay. On top of mind, justice. You understand that life goes through seasons. You're starting to pick up on the idea that the season's changing into something nicer. You can feel it. It's already, the signs are already present in your life. You feel like it's time for the good karma. It's the universe is just your good life. You know that the universe, God, has something great for you. You can see it, you can feel it. You feel like everything is fair, everything is good. Yeah, so you're thinking that everything's good. I'm doing good. Everything's fair. The seasons are changing. I'm taken care of in every season. And subconsciously, what do you feel? Queen of Swords. Your mind is in the right place. It's the winter, but there's mental fortitude here. This is amazing. You are like, you understand things logically. Your thoughts are in the right place. They're organized. You have the strength to endure powerful time. You come across as a very strong person, my dear pile number 3. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so Queen of Swords, very intelligent. You're subconsciously, you're doing good. Your mind is in the right place. Amazing. What a pile. Wow. And in the near future, let's take a look at the sneak peek. What's happening with this particular situation? I think it's talking about your life in general. Sneak peek into your life. It's not showing us a specific situation. The specificality is that it's your life. I'm guessing, unless you know what this is talking about. So sneak peek into your near future. 10 of Swords. You know, 10 of Swords could mean 2 things. And I like to be honest with you. And since I like to be honest with you, I'll give you the both perspectives. It could either mean that there is something painful, or, which I don't think the cards always do unless it's coming with advice, or what I'm thinking with the 10 of Swords is that it's talking about how it's finally the end of something painful in your life. And I think this is the favorable outcome. Why? Because I am looking that you're moving out of seasons. I am seeing that you are grateful despite, that's what we've been saying, your mind is in the right place, despite the darkness and the winter season in your life. I do see you standing strong. And so in my opinion, the 10 of Swords is here to usher in a new era of abundance, of it being soft, of it being easy. You're ending the hardships. You're ending a hard cycle. And of course, the Oracle cards will help to confirm or give us another perspective at all, or maybe move in the direction of the 10 of Swords being something painful. I'm very open to see what this is trying to say, honestly. Okay, so you've got find the treasure. I'm telling you, this is positive. So you've got find the treasure, but again, being open-minded. You've got Moon in Cancer with friendship. It's like a time of your life where treasure becomes your friend. That's the change of seasons. You've got the Enneagram, the Professor. You've learned a lot. You can see with the Queen of Swords here. You've learned a lot from your past season. I mean, many people go through hardships. Each one comes out learning some things from each season, each one in their own capabilities and in their own pace. This is not to compare between you or anyone, but I'm just saying that in your season of change, in your winter, boy, have you learned a lot and have your mind in the right place. Yeah, this season did not pass by for nothing. You've definitely absorbed every lesson that it had to teach you. You've understood it so well. You've taken the right actions. You've applied what you've learned. You can even teach classes now if you want regarding this situation. You would be the one to say, that's the right thing to do in this situation. Don't fear it. Protect yourself in this way, or accept it and do this instead. You have learned a lot. This season did not go by. You did not leave this season empty-handed when it comes to the learnings, for sure. All right, so you've got the card, I want to be a queen, and you are. You've got Alice is a free person. She will not allow herself to be taken into captivity. And that's the Queen of Swords. Can you believe this? You're free. You've become a free person. Even if her incarceration was to be comfortable, she wants to be a queen. You too want to go further than freedom. You are seeking power to decide what takes place in your life. Enormous energy comes with stepping into your own potential. Wow, I told you, my dear pile number 3, that the Ten of Swords here is marking a new era. You're ending the hardships. Recently, in the recent past, you've been thanking God, you've been thanking the universe, because you kind of feel like you are entering a new era. You thanked God for everything that you've learned, for everything that it has shown you. You've liberated yourself fully. And speaking of liberation, Ten of Swords is like being pinned down. And I think we're seeing opposites here. You've been pinned down so bad so that you learned not to ever be in captivity again, to be the opposite, absolutely free. Sometimes you got to be so stuck to first appreciate freedom to the point where you appreciate freedom to the point where nothing else matters. And so when you get a little bit of it, you're like, I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful for it. You don't take it for granted. But secondly, you learn its value. And so nobody can take it from you again. You don't swap it for cheap. And so here, the sun's starting to come into your life again. You're ending the hardships. That chapter has sailed in the near future, in this quarter. You're never going back to this. May I ask, what is it that you're coming out of? The Ten of Swords. What is it that you're coming out of? That you're liberating yourself from? That freedom is more important than anything, is what I just heard. But what is that? Seven of Swords. Someone has lied to you. I feel like you're very loving, very, like, there's a word where you didn't think that others would lie, cheat, steal, anything like that. You believed in the goodness of others. You come from a loving home. And you've seen a lot of malpractices with the Seven of Swords. Cheating, You are depicted as someone who's come from a good home, or you have very good values, and you have others who you've been dealing with that haven't been acting in this way with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, the devil. I think you've been dealing with others who are so engrossed in their desires. They really want these desires. And because they want things so bad, they're willing to cheat and lie and steal to get it. Yeah, you've been dealing with desperate people, is what I'm seeing. These desperate people perhaps made some deals with you, made you sign some things, maybe got you were able to hold you contractually into something, or just doesn't have to be like they've signed something. Maybe they said they were going to do things that they didn't do. The Death card. Yeah, that situation is ending in your life. These people are coming out of your life. These sort of people, have you learned? Yes, you've learned now. And you've become stronger than before. But you've also learned to end their foolishness, their indecencies. You've ended that. You've become so strong. Yes, and the Ten of Swords in your case is signifying the end of something terrible that used to pin you down, that no longer can. You are no longer the person who others can lie to in this way. Not at all. Oh boy, have you transformed with the Death card. Boy, have you transformed. Yeah. You've transformed. You've got the balance. Queens are balance. I want to be a queen. You are balanced now. You still hold the values that are dear to your heart close, but at the same time, you've learned to deal very well with the outside world. You're ruthless with the Death card and the Queen of Swords. You've learned so much. You know how to deal with the situation. And now it's time for the spring. You've learned a lot. The seasons are changing. Towards the end of the next 3 months, maybe in the beginning of the following 3 months. But in these months, you're wrapping up a karmic cycle, fully wrapping it up. Maybe there was little things left for you to close the chapter, and the next 3 months you're closing it up, wrapping it up, and the ones following it are going to be full of treasure. Treasure is going to be your friend in this next season, and boy, is this next season amazing. So yeah, if you've been seeing a lot of life and nice things in your life, that's just the beginning. It's just a sign that you are getting into a new era. And I do see that in the foreseeable future, treasure and abundance will be your friend. Yeah, so I think I've made that part clear, and that's the first specific sneak peek of what you can expect. Next, I'm gonna clear the table and we'll take a look at the second sneak peek of what you can expect in the next 3 months. Okay, let's take a look at your second specific sneak peek, which you can expect in the next 3 months. Again, I'm going to pull out your cards to see what this could be. Let's pull out your oracle cards quickly first, and then we'll do the Celtic cross as always. I've already shuffled these, but I know you guys enjoy the shuffling on camera as well. So yeah, let's start with the Celtic cross. So what is the second specific sneak peek for pile number 3, please? Past, present, near future in the next 3 months. On top of mind, what's on top of mind, and how are you feeling and thinking subconsciously about this particular situation? And let's get straight into it. Okay, everything's ready. Let's take a look at your past position. Right, so you've got the Two of Swords. And I heard resistance. There was some form of resistance towards something, which is great because this resistance is creating good luck. You know, this is the carnivorous plant. What is it called? Fire trap? I forgot its name. Firefly trap? I can't remember. Fly trap? Yeah. Which is very significant in this situation. So resistance. Right, so we're seeing some form of resistance. We'll get more information as we take a look at the rest of the things. The cards, I mean. So in the present position, oh, again, the resistance. Wow. So there's again resistance, and you're becoming stronger. The resistance is stronger, but so are you, which means that you're doing a fantastic job keeping up with protecting yourself from the situation, because if it wasn't for your past training, this situation would have beaten you today. So in the present position, magician, your powers are becoming stronger. Yeah. Your capabilities, your skills, the magician, your skills are becoming stronger. Yeah, so the things you've gone through before are the very things that are allowing you to handle the big stuff that you're handling today with such great strength and skill. You're like, I got this. Look at the face. I got this. Okay, on top of mind, what you have on mind? Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands. I do see the wishing well here. And wishing well, I heard myself saying wishing someone well. So you wish well. That could maybe resonate with you in some way, but in all cases, you have a wish, you're looking forward to achieving it. Yeah, you look far ahead. You're looking far ahead. Although you're not there yet with the Page of Wands, but you're looking far ahead. And this is what's giving you strength. And subconsciously, you're feeling the moon. Oh, you're feeling a lot of magic. The moon is intuition. You're very spiritual, I would say. You're connected. The moon, spirituality. Yeah, you're very connected. You come across as someone who's highly spiritual, very much connected to the other side, connected to your guides. Yeah, you're connected. And you are looking far ahead. It doesn't matter that there's a lot of resistance going on now. You appreciate the fact that you're learning and that you are capable of handling something so well. And yeah, I keep telling you, to you, it doesn't matter what's happening now. What matters is what's to come. So what's to come? The sneak peek. This is the card of the sneak peek in the next 3 months in this particular situation where something is training you and you're so much better today. Eight of Wands. There's big communication in this regard. You're getting powerful communication in this regard. You're receiving a message. There's also Eight of Wands. There's powerful communication between you and someone. Communication from this situation. It depends on how this resonates with you. But there's powerful communication. So let's open the oracle cards to see what this is talking about. So you've got the card under attack. You've got the Enneagram, risk-taking. And the keywords are risk-benefit balance, audacious, dare, invest, taking chances, out of the comfort zone. Okay. You've got Saturn in Leo with generosity. Okay, I'm getting more perspective into your reading. And you've got, again, I want to be queen. This is who you are. So we know what this is saying, Alice does her own thing. And in fact, this is talking about taking a risk. You want to go further than freedom. You are seeking power to decide what takes place in your life. Enormous energy to come with stepping into your own potential. She will allow herself to be taken, she will not allow herself to be taken into captivity, even if her incarceration was to be comfortable. She wants to be a queen. So yes, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. Yeah, you're bold. There's no question about that, my dear pile number 3. You definitely come across from the very beginning as not someone to mess with. Very strong, very bold. You face what you need to face. To you, what you do today in order to enjoy your future is the most important thing. So what do I see? I see that in the next 3 months, we're taking a peek into you taking a risk. I see you taking a risk. Now, with under attack, it's synonymous with how it might feel like the scariest thing you're gonna do. It's gonna feel like, what did I do? Oh my God, look at all these things happening. Oh no. But that's what you tend to feel when you take a big risk like that and step outside of your comfort zone. You might be questioning yourself here and there. Oh my God, what did I do? Am I crazy? But yeah, you're taking a bold move. And as a result, there is bold communication. So this is representing the Eight of Wands, bold move, getting bold communication, responding boldly back, big things, playing with the big boys now, sort of level. And you've been preparing yourself for it. This was bold. This is bolder. This is boldest, is what I'm seeing. You've been ready. It's almost like the universe has been training you for this bold move, to be able to take this bold move, because this bold move will liberate you. I don't know the context, of course, but it's definitely here to liberate you. So in the foreseeable future, I do see you starting to have some form of bold communication that you didn't have before, but you're ready for it because you've built the muscle and the skill for it. You have a wish in your heart and you're very excited about it. And this all, the culmination of all of these energies, is really what's making you take this bold move. I don't think you could have taken this bold move in the past. Maybe you're not ready to take it right now, but like I said, in the foreseeable future, I do see that you're going to feel, you know what, I am ready. I'm ready for this. Let's go. And you make that, bam, that massive hit. And as a result, you get massive communication. And look, you do have Saturn in Leo with generosity. Are you going to go through a time where it's not easy? Saturn is the planet that teaches you a lot. It takes you into the hardships, into the lessons, in order to come out the other side like a winner and with the things that you want to manifest. So you're going to start the engine towards something powerful. You're going to start driving down the road and going, oh my God, I'm driving this truck. Am I crazy? You're going to learn a lot along the way. Oh, this truck, I can't drive it in the same way that I'm driving my car. I got to prepare for the U-turns. I'm the biggest car on the road. I have to take a side. There are new rules, this, that, and the other. So, you're getting a lot of opportunities, a lot of bell rings in your reading. And look, I got a package. Speaking of generosity. So yeah, this bold move is really going to lead to you getting a lot of generous energy back. I don't see that you're getting this generosity necessarily in the near future, but I'm seeing that you're in the near future ready to start this big move that is ultimately going to create liberation in your life. Yeah. And so this is the second specific sneak peek that I see next in the next 3 months for you. Again, I'm going to clear the table and we'll take a look at the third. All right, let's take a look at the third sneak peek, my dear pile number 3, of what to expect in the next 3 months. Now, past, present, what's affecting the present, future, what's on top of mind, And how are you feeling and thinking subconsciously? You've got 2 cards. I'll keep it here for now. And the plan, I've already shuffled these, as you can see. I'm just going to split them and take, no, I feel like this card was pushed up, so I'm going to take that. And then again, split it, take a card, split it, take a card, split it, and take a card. Right, now we've got all of our cards ready. Let's take a look at your Celtic cross first. So, with regards to this specific situation, your past position is the Ace of Wands. So something exciting just happened. Maybe you just gave birth to a baby recently. Maybe you started a new project that you're excited about. Maybe some new love. Maybe it's a new crush on someone. Maybe you just got a new opportunity that maybe you've embarked on something new, just started a new journey. Yeah, the sky's the limit here. Something exciting just happened recently. Okay, let's take a look at your present position. I heard congratulations in my mind's ear, so maybe you've had some people congratulating you over something. Anyways, you've got the Empress in your present position, and what's affecting it is the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Wow, you're really feeling great. You're following your heart with the Knight of Cups. You're feeling loved. You're feeling abundant. For a lot of you, this could be love. Ace of Wands, Empress, Knight of Cups. Maybe someone has just asked you out. It's a crush and you're really feeling love with the Empress. You're feeling great. You're feeling good about yourself. Maybe it's a new project that you started right now. You're feeling abundant. You feel like you're following your heart. You're feeling like you have something that you love. You're feeling creative with the Empress. Yeah, something like that. We can go on with example, but that's the sort of energy I'm picking up here. So what has recently started in your life that you feel good about? That you feel like when you're following it and it makes you feel good? We'll see what your thoughts are about it anyways. So, the Moon. Again, magic is following this pile. You're feeling the magic. Yeah, you're feeling connected. You're creative. You're feeling creative. You have a lot of ideas. You're tapping into a new area, yeah, the Moon. New zone that you don't know much about, and that's making you very excited. You're in wonderment. You're not sure what's to come, but you're in that stage of wonderment and thinking about the possibilities, exploration. Subconsciously, what are you feeling about this? So you've got 2 feelings about this. 7 of Swords, you're feeling like you're cheating yourself, or maybe someone's cheating you. Maybe you're worried that you cheat yourself or you'd be cheated. But at the same time, with the Temperance card, you're feeling a strong, powerful energy of alchemization. You're feeling like you're manifesting something powerfully. But at the same time, you are feeling like maybe you're cheating yourself or someone's going to cheat you. You're worried about, maybe you have 2 voices within you. Strong voice that knows it's manifesting something, and another voice that's questioning, maybe, am I robbing myself from another opportunity? Am I lying to myself? Am I cheating myself? Am I cheating others? Yeah, you got 2 voices deep down. Although you're very excited about this new journey, these inner deep voices are not affecting your wonderment towards it. Very interesting. Okay. what can you expect? The sneak peek with regards to the situation in the next 3 months. Wow, it's looking great. It's the card of celebration. You've got the Four of Wands. So I would look at the Four of Wands, I would look at the home, and I would tell you something is going to become solid and stable. But it is a house tree. Not to say that house trees are not stable, but they're not on the ground. Again, it doesn't mean that it's not stable. It's just not on the ground. So does it have to be on the ground? I mean, buildings, there are several floors. They're not on the ground either. So this is not to say, last disclaimer, that this is not stable. It's, in my opinion, trying to say that maybe it's not on the safest level that you want yet in the next 3 months, but it's definitely solid. It's worthy of great celebration. It's safe, it's stable. Maybe not to your level yet, or hey, this is my projection. I mean, I'm thinking the house has to be on the ground. And again, like I just refuted my thoughts, buildings, they're not on the ground. And this is the foundation, right? So if you think, no, Reem, I disagree with you, this is pretty stable, or I build house trees all the time, this is absolutely stable, please disregard my ideas here. This could be a complete projection of wanting it on the ground. So yeah, or maybe you agree with me of the idea that the house is above, and so in the foreseeable future we're seeing something around how it's solid, it's stable for you, you're celebrating it, but you understand what I'm trying to say, that there could be improvement in your state of living or in your state of experiencing this situation, right? So yes, a lot of celebration in the near future. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You're jumping up and down. You're very happy about it. You're embracing the change and everything that comes with it. Yeah, you're very happy with it. So you've got the card Castle. I just spent a long time ranting about, is this stable? Is it? And there's the card. Thank you. I'm very happy to have the cards refuting my point. No, my dear pile number 3, this is going to be very stable. This is going to be very safe. This is going to feel quite royal, if you ask me. So yeah, this is going to be really, really stable and really good in the next 3 months. So I don't know what this is, but you're on the right track. This was a great opportunity or something that has just started for you. You're feeling good and you have the right to feel good about it. Is it good to be careful? Absolutely. But don't fret and don't be worried now that we look at your cards. So you've got Moon in Capricorn with practicality. Okay, so I see that in the next 3 months, within the next 3 months, you're being organized, you're being practical, you know what to do, and you are taking the needed efforts that you need to take every day. You're being consistent. Yeah, you're being consistent. And I see the Associate. How interesting. Maybe you are partnering with someone. You know, this could be a love reading. But if it's not, then maybe there's some important partnership that's happening, and maybe that's where you're worried. But yeah, with the Associate, I feel like there's a collaboration happening here. So right-hand man, cooperator, member, partner, colleague, collaborator. Yeah, I see you collaborating with someone powerful in the near future. Powerful person. Powerful doesn't have to be like they are in power. I mean, a powerful collaboration is in the cards for you. Next, in the next 3 months. And you have lead the way. Looks like you're leading this collaboration. You can see the pelican here. Oh, sorry, the pelican here. Anyways, in this card, Alice takes charge and leads everyone out of the pool of tears, just as you must do right now. It is up to you to lead others and yourself to safer ground. Show everyone how it's done. Help those who are like you once were, overwhelmed by their feelings. All you need to do is show them the way. Which means lead others and yourself to safer ground. I could actually be right. I could be right about the idea of the house being on the ground. Safer ground. Oh my God, I think I could be right. So, I am sorry, just like the cards are taking me back and forth. In my opinion, again, I will go back to my initial intuitive idea that in the foreseeable future, you're celebrating, it's solid, it's safe, but you're gonna create a partnership with someone, with a program, with a company, with a supplier, who knows what this is, that you will lead. In fact, it does say right-hand man, which gives the impression once more that you're leading this. So you're the one leading this collaboration, and through your diligent efforts every single day in the next 3 months, you're gonna take something from it being relatively safe and good and solid to it being later on completely safe, super protective, and absolute solidness. Right, so this is solid but has the potential of falling. This, my dear, you can't fool with it for the most part, most of the time. And so, yeah, what is this new thing that has started in your life, in case you're listening to this reading and you haven't figured it out yet? Let's pull out your tarot deck and ask to help you out with that, just in case you're not entirely sure what this is in your life. So also, this has moved as I was trying to take out the cards. So I'm going to take this with the intention of asking what this new beginning is. And I'm going to take, yeah, looks like this card is showing itself. So I'm going to take it in order to answer this question. And then we can pull out a card or two. So what has just begun? You've got meeting. Oh, okay. So recently you've just met someone. You've been discussing a deal with someone. You've just met someone, right? So it's about someone, or yeah, you've just met someone recently. A great business associate, a love interest or something. Interview. There's a lot of talking. So you've been going back and forth, asking questions, learning about journalists. It learns the truth. So you've been learning a lot from speaking to this person. So how do you like to do this? Oh, I like to do it like that. Hey, we do things the same way. Why don't we team up? Okay. Whoa, I told you this could be a love interest for some of you. That's like someone you desire. There's a lot of chemistry going on between you and someone there for some of you. But with the Queen of Wands, this could simply be someone on your path that has the same passion and desires towards the things that you have. Someone on your path that allows you to fulfill and manifest your desires. You both are on the same team. Sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes it's like the supplier and the person who buys, right? And so they both are equally interested in this interaction, in this transaction. The seller wants to sell, and the person who wants to buy needs this product or service for something that they desire. So you're on the same path, whether you're on the same team to achieve something together or whether you're on opposite teams, but you have a deal that allows both of you in different ways to achieve a goal. I see that you are absolutely aligned. That's the new beginning. That's a spark that is allowing you right now to feel like, I can manifest something. I'm moving in the right direction. This is the life that I want. Yeah, and you are in fact manifesting this. You need to lead the way. You're guided to lead the way. Plan and think about things very well before you make any decisions. And stay consistent, my dear pile number 2, because this person that you've just met is a great collaboration that is happening in your life. And yeah, my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!